Rose Table Quarantine Halloween Pumpkin Picnic. Just because we're social distancing doesn't mean that we can't have fun this fall, so I'm having my friend Emily over for a picnic 9 feet apart in the pumpkin vines. Let's get in the kitchen and get cooking.
Now, normally my friends would picnic with me on my picnic blanket, but since we're social distancing, I set up 2 navy picnic blankets on either side of my pumpkin vines. If you look close, you can see my mini harvest blend pumpkins growing in the vines. Each blanket had a picnic basket, flowers, white lanterns, and tons of dreamy pumpkins. I also found this adorable pick your own pumpkin patch sign, which of course was perfect because we were literally in the vines. I used mostly Fairytale pumpkins on my blanket and classic orange and white pumpkins on Emily's blanket, plus the cuties in the basket. I set up trays to serve as little tables, which really helped stabilize the dishes, so it's as practical as it is cute.
So we're gonna make a little soup and salad action for our picnic today. And we're gonna start first with the salad with my fantastic maple vinaigrette. This is just olive oil, champagne vinegar, maple syrup, and a little bit of heat from the Dijon mustard, salt and pepper. Then I'm gonna whisk it up. I'm just gonna put a little bit of dressing in each one. This makes more dressing than you really need for this, so that's gonna be plenty. Just move that out of the road. And then I'm gonna do our feta cheese next. You never have too much cheese, right? Next up, we're gonna take some butternut squash. I roasted this earlier, just literally cubed salt, pepper, olive oil, 400 till it's done. These are really tiny cubes. Okay, that looks good. Next up, the greens. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of pecan in each one. So see, the idea is that you layer it, your salad greens are staying dry. You could keep this in the fridge for several days, and then before you serve it, you just shake it in the jar, and that dresses the salad. Pretty easy, right? And that's it. These are ready to be packed up for a picnic. So fast, so easy, so delicious. And the soup is already done because I made it yesterday, which is a great make-ahead tip. This pumpkin soup is actually better the next day. So you can make it the day before, and then it's easy entertaining, which you guys know is what I'm all about.
To make my pumpkin soup, you start by roasting a pie pumpkin. Just cut the pumpkin in half, scoop out the seeds, and roast face down at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes or until fork tender. Remove the skin. See how easy that is? And you're ready to go. To make the soup, saute onions in butter and garlic, then add your freshly roasted pumpkin and chicken broth. Use an immersion blender to puree the soup. If you don't have one, puree it in batches in your blender. Then season with chili powder, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. Add a splash of cream, and you're ready to roll.
My heaven.
The consistency of the soup is absolutely amazing. It's super good for you, and the flavor is out of this world. This is a must-try for pumpkin lovers. I also baked my favorite pumpkin cookies, or pookies as I used to call them. I've been baking these perfect fall cookies since high school. They're crazy soft, almost like a muffin, with chocolate chips and lots of cinnamon. Because of their amazing texture, they stay fresh for quite a long time, so you can easily make them ahead of time and pack them up for a picnic.
I packed up the pumpkin soup in this sweet little antique coffee pot that my mom has to help keep it warm, makes it really easy to transport. And then my acorn dishes are going to keep them nice and warm until Emily gets here because they have their sweet little lids.
Oh my goodness, Kenny Rose!
Hi, sweetie!
It looks amazing! Look at all the detail, you guys!
I hope you're hungry.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I cannot wait.
So I got us pumpkin tea. I know you're a huge pumpkin person.
Oh, you know I am.
Oh, it
How does
smells
smell?
good. It smells really good. So I've got some hot water, wants to steep for 2 minutes, and then I got us each a little honey packet.
Oh, you know I love honey. Are you kidding me?
So what do you think of the tea?
The tea or the tea?
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Cheers to that. Cheers. You know I always love the tea. Today's menu is really interactive.
Yes,
which I
tell
thought
me
was
all about
fun for a picnic. Okay, so we have pumpkin soup, which I made yesterday, and I gave us little baggies. This is a mix of chopped parsley and rosemary from my garden right over there, Parmesan cheese and pine nuts. So you can just, as much as we want to put on, ooh, it smells yummy. Take off your little acorn and dress it.
Dressing the soup. Ooh,
You look like a Disney princess on a picnic.
One of my favorite tricks for picnicking is to do a layered jar. So we have the maple vinaigrette on the bottom and then the feta cheese. So basically the dressing is like marinating the feta, and then butternut squash, and our salad greens are nice and crispy because they're not in the dressing, and pecans. So then we just shake it up.
Like really get into it?
Really get into it. And isn't that fun? I used to do this all the time when I worked at an office. Now, of course, I work here, but I used to pack this all the time for lunch.
Smells incredible and looks even better.
Here's the final lunch setup. Matching pumpkin plates and mugs for tea, acorn dishes for the soup, grapes in wooden bowls, gray napkins, my favorite branch forks, and cookies in a cute little dish.
This is a new tray, and that's a new tray. And I thought, I hate it when you're on a picnic blanket and everything's all tippy.
Rickety.
Yeah, and I thought, why not basically have huge trays so that we can just feel like we have a little table. And this is nice, I don't have to worry about my coffee falling over. I'm doing this from now on.
I think that's such a good idea.
Thanks.
The flavor is so amazing. Everything just tastes so good. I am dying to try a cookie. Can I please try one?
Absolutely.
Yay! Oh, it's so soft. Are you kidding me? So good.
It's not even like a cookie texture.
It's not.
It's just not fall without those cookies. Well guys, thanks so much for joining us. That's gonna do it for me for this week's pumpkin picnic, but be sure to watch next Friday for my vampire dinner.